needs walking. Your folk drive you insane. I know, yeah, that's true. Of course, you ain't the one to blame. Keep on talking to me. You keep on telling me your dreams. You keep on talking to me. But I just wanna see you move. Yeah, I just wanna see you move. I just wanna see you move. Yeah, I just wanna see you move. Wanna see you move. Sure, I like to listen. It's not like I don't wanna know. It's just that you've been talking to me 3 nights in a row. I think it's time to let go. Forget the past, just lose control. 'Cause life's too short for yapping. Come on and dance, come give me soul. You keep on talking to me. You keep on talking to me. You keep on talking. You keep on talking to me. You keep on telling me your dreams. You keep on talking, but I just wanna see you move. I just wanna see you move. I just wanna see you move. I just wanna see you. I just wanna see you.
Here we go, put this miserable song on repeat. 'Cause you seem to forget how much you are hurting me. Do what's right, you say you will, but then you don't. You just don't. You don't care, 'cause you don't take me seriously. What's there to repair if you don't wanna talk to me? You should know your time is up. I'm out, I'm done. So I'm putting you on a lifetime sentence, and you'll no longer feel my presence. So you thought I would let this live. Thought you knew me so much better. You're on a lifetime sentence, so now you never feel my presence. So you thought I would let this live. Thought you knew me so much better. So you thought I would let this live. Thought you knew me so much better. Yeah, yeah. So you thought I would let this live. No, that's right. Your words don't mean a thing to me. Sleepless night, your love has left us incomplete. Thinking that your promises will fit so loud. No, that's right. So I'm putting you on a lifetime sentence, and you'll no longer feel my presence. So you thought I would let this live. Thought you knew me so much better. You're on a lifetime sentence, so now you never feel my presence. So you thought I would let this live. Thought you knew me so much better. 'Cause I don't. So you thought I would let this live. Thought you knew me so much better. Oh no. So you thought I would let this live. So I'm putting you on a lifetime sentence, and now you never feel my presence. So you thought I would let this live.
What up? What up? What up?
Nothing can stop me. No. 'Cause I'm addicted to what you and I
City, state, gender. Come on.
I follow. No need to say where we are heading now, babe. I follow to the edge of it all.
Welcome back to another show. We're gonna get into it tonight. Got a serious question for you. These people want husbands or they want sugar daddies? I mean, I got no problem with either one. No heat, no judgment. No heat, no judgment. No heat, no judgment. So, hello, good evening, and welcome back. For those of you who don't know, my name is Kevin Samuels. I'm a professional corporate and personal image consultant, life coach, all around good guy, lifestyle savant. If you can find it in GQ magazine, you can find it on this channel. And lately, we have been getting a lot into relationship topics, relationship dynamics, and things like that. So I say, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. So let's see what's going on with this lighting right now. It seems a little dark in here. Make sure this is right. Okay, that's right. Let's slide in right here. Cool. Where is that remote control? It slipped. There it is. All right. So, over the last several weeks, we've had some interesting shows, some interesting topics, and I want to continue on from a topic that expanded from the other day. But before we get into it, shout out to the CIA, one love to the FBI. CIA stands for Confident, Intelligent, and Assertive Men. The men out here to get things done, make it happen, capping. Those guys. And then the women that we dig, the FBI, those feminine, those beautiful, those inspirational ladies. You know, the women that understand that there's value in femininity. There's value in being a lady. So, if you did not watch my the show last night, and it is dark in here. If you did not watch the show last night, you missed a good one. And the question that I asked last night was, do a lot of these today, hold on, do a lot of women today seem to want these high value men, these men of means, these successful men, these wealthy men, and that's cool. But these men want beautiful women. Do you earn like these guys? Do you look like these guys earn? And that was a good question. It actually sparked a lot of thought. Okay, I'm seeing something. Hold on, guys. Sparked a lot of thought. And I'm like, all right, well, if we're going to get this going and have this conversation, and we don't have to have everybody on the same page. Everybody on the same page. And when it comes right down to it, I actually had to do a broadcast on my show, on my YouTube channel today, my Facebook channel today, clarifying some things. I needed to clarify some things, so I had to go to my Facebook group and let them know. You wonder why we're having problems with the camera? We got a new setup. With the new setup, there are going to be potential issues. So, all right, new setup. But I actually had somebody in one of my Facebook groups ask a question about, basically, the premise is this. Well, if average women, and understand, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The way I rank when I deal with image, I don't use 7s. Why? Because most people will try to rank themselves as a 7 when they actually are a 6. People tend not to want to claim 6, and they know they're not an 8. So average for everybody is 4s, 5s, and 6s. That's the majority of the people walking the planet. So on Facebook, I said, look, a 10, a straight up 10, classical beauty. Those women have the kind of beauty that a man, that high value men, that the top 1% of men can actually go after. And y'all know this. Y'all know this. Y'all know this is how this works. We're talking about women like Diane Carroll, Dorothy Dandridge, young Halle Berry. Knock it off. So if you're a 9, that means your beauty is very rare. That means men in the top 10% will go after you. If you're an 8, men in the top 20%, etc., etc. So for simple arguments, ladies, just look at it this way. For simple math, assume that you're in Dallas, or that have the cost of living of Dallas, Houston, Austin, Atlanta. Take whatever number you are. Let's say you are a 6. Multiply that times 10,000, and that's about the range of what the income of a man you can expect to kind of land. And that was problematic for some women. One woman actually said a 7 could only expect a man making $80,000. That's rough. And I had to step back, and I was like, yeah, a 7 is just cute. But the nerve of this person to think that a woman in the top 30 or top 40% of the beauty standards should get a man who's making almost twice what the average American makes. The average person, middle class, makes $50,000 a year. So I asked, why should average women get above average earners? So this started going around and around and around and around. And unless you've been living under a rock, under a tree, when I have people call in and ask the ladies, what do you want in a man? I have yet to have a woman say, hey, I'm just looking for a dude that's a 6 on attractiveness and making $50,000 a year. Every single woman wants a man in the top 10, even the top 5%. And what do you hear? You hear a lot of these women, to be generous, are not even close. When you are under 30 years old and over 200 pounds with no children, so no body weight. So you watch the show. So it begs the question. Shout out to Rebecca Lynn Pope, where she said she stopped being a matchmaker for women, for black women, because women had unrealistic standards when it came to dating, mating, and relationships. And I think that's justified. And as you hear women talk, like Rebecca Lynn Pope said, it's more like women want this list of characteristics, this list of qualities. And it's a specialized list that darn near no one can reach, and they're not even close to their own list. So let's take it. And then I ask women, well, do you want to get married? Why do you want to get married? And as it kind of gets right down to it, a lot of women, far too many women today just want a man, just want a man's money. Let's cut right to the chase. Just want a man's money. And see, that's where this conversation comes. I have no problem with sugar babies. I got no problem with sugar babies, escorts, or anything out like that. Like it says in the tagline, rise of the college, post-college, and middle-aged sugar baby. Fair exchange is no robbery, but are some women even in the ballpark of what it means to, of what fair means when it comes to their assets? The word sugar is a homonym. It no longer solely refers to the grainy substance used for baking. These days, it's considered to be an adjective as well as a noun and used to describe young adults who refer to themselves as sugar babies. A sugar baby is a person who takes part in the act of sugaring, which I wholeheartedly support. In layman's terms, a sugar baby is someone involved in a relationship with an older, wealthier person known as a sugar daddy or sugar mama. And while the sugar baby supplies companionship, the sugar parent gives the money, trips, presents, among other benefits in exchange. And while this new definition of sugar may not be in Webster Dictionary just yet, the act of sugaring is on the rise, especially among college students, post-college grads, and middle-aged women. I'm going to tell you, it's not just the run college women. It is fascinating to see the amount of women 26 and up, 26 to 40, who are sugaring or trying to sugar. I've shown profiles on my Tinder and on my Bumble how often you'll see these women talking about, I'm looking for a man of means, a mature gentleman. I'll just read it out. And the question is, here's the thing. I would, me myself, I prefer a sugar baby over a woman who's trying to finesse. See, this whole finesse culture, level up, secure the bag, a lot of women are failing to finesse. The title of this stream was going to be some different things. But we need to get it right down to it. High value men, ladies, are not your meal ticket. High value men are not your meal ticket. Stop trying to finesse Henry. Stop trying to finesse Henry. High earner, not rich yet. Brad Lee, Ahmed Keith, and Enrique. Stop trying to finesse Blake Henry. He's not your meal ticket. He didn't go out there and make himself successful just so you could come along and think you could decide to bat your eyes at him and wink at him and then all of a sudden get this man to pay your college loan debt and buy you a bunch of stuff just so you can decide to halfway break him off something. No, ma'am, no. See, at least a sugar baby is up front. A sugar baby is up front and will tell you, look, I am in this for the gifts and the benefits. The exchange is made up front. You negotiate everything up front and everybody's on the same page. But with these finessing kind of sugar wives wannabes, sugar wife wannabes, they're very different. And look, I don't begrudge any woman for wanting a man with the resources or means. It's just the way in which you're going about it. And honestly, some women would be better off just being sugar babies because you're not cut out to be a wife. You don't really want to be a helpmeet. You don't want to be supportive. You just want that money. And the question is, do you want a sugar baby? Do you want a sugar daddy? Or do you want a husband? And let's get into it. Let's see before we get into it. No, it's not gold diggers. Gold diggers are different. This is kind of finessing. Gold diggers outright will play themselves for gold. Gold diggers are all in. Finessers know what they're doing. That's that level up. Get him before he gets you. Finessers are outright manipulative. And see, that's the problem. It's the manipulative behavior. It's not the money. It's the fact you're trying to get over. That's one of the reasons why, shout out Alpha Male Strategies, why he was able to rise so quickly. Because he said, look, we're going to play these women back the way they're trying to play us. Eye for an eye. And a lot of guys were like, hell yeah. Because Henry is tired of you trying to finesse him. All right, we're going to open up the call lines in a minute. But before we do, some housekeeping. How many people have watched last night's show? If you watched last night's show, put a 1 in the chat room. You watched last night's show, put a 1 in the chat room. And yes, the chat room is on slow mode. Just a lot of people in here. Fact of the matter is, some women are out here trying to sugar late 20s to mid 30s, and you aren't fine enough. The questions are, if you want to be a sugar baby, if you want to be out here as a sugar baby and you don't really want a husband, you got to know you got to understand where you rank. You got to know you cannot be a sugar baby and a 6. You got to at least be an 8. And I'm going to show you a bunch of women who are 5s and 6s who really believe they can sugar. Number 1, know your value. This is when a virtual consultation or somebody, see, far too many of you ladies have sat down and gave you yourself your value. I guarantee you, 99% of you are wrong. Sit down with me, and in an hour, I will give you your SMV. And I can tell you, almost 100% of you are just outright wrong. If you've never had a straight up man tell you your value, you're associating your value. And here's the number one problem. Many of you women think your money, your degrees, your education, and all that has an impact on your SMV, your number ranking. It doesn't. That's why these women ask the question, well, what about a high earning woman, an average looking high earning woman? Well, if you're an average looking high earning woman, unfortunately, you earn better than you look. We're just going to get into it. And if you earn better than you look, you still only can get men associated with how you look. If you earn better than you look, the men that are going to be naturally attracted to you are going to be the men according to how you look, not how you earn. The men how you earn want better looking women. So number 1, many of you don't know your SMV. That's number 1. Number 2, don't take stuff from men you're not interested in. See, a sugar baby, an escort, there is an exchange. There's no holdout. There's no hustle. There's no game. There is delivery. There is return on investment. You know what I mean? If you're one of these kind of women that think you can take gifts from guys and just bat your eyes, such and so forth, let me tell you, do that if you want to. Listen to them level up coaches if you want to. But the world is a pretty small place, and your name is going to get around. You may be able to get a couple of things off a couple of simps. But thorough guys, they're gonna avoid you like the plague. Listen. It's no. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I didn't click the sound button. Basically, I was saying don't take anything from a guy you're not interested in, and even if he insists on it, don't take it from him. If you do take it from him, you open yourself up to the universe to get played. You may get over on a simp or two here or there and say, well, I told him I wasn't interested, but girl, he insisted on getting me this Cartier bracelet. Da, 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 da. Okay. You opening yourself up for somebody hustling you down the line because at the end of the day, it ain't right. That's it. That's it. At the day, it ain't right. I'm not going to have to repeat it all. All right. And honestly, if you were able to get it from, if you were able to get it from the man you say you want it from, or just go ahead and be a sugar baby. See, the problem is you're getting something you're not putting out. So that's the fair exchange. You're robbing somebody, and that opens you up to being robbed. Me no sound. You guys can't hear me still? A couple of simps. Is you getting something you're not putting out. So that's the. You guys can hear just fine. Settle down. Don't go out to dinner with a dude you ain't gonna have sex with. Don't go on a trip with him. Don't get no extra room. You're foul. I'm gonna tell you right now, it's low class. That's just personal. Do what you want to, but I'm telling you, you open yourself up. So don't take stuff from men you're not interested in. Stop trying to pimp Henry, because high value men are not your meal ticket. High value men are what they say they are. If they want to be husbands, they're husbands. If they want long-term relationships, they want that. If they want to be a sugar daddy, great. If they want a friends with benefits situation, whatever it is, but trying to make them your way to survive. The way you make high value men be your meal ticket is you have to provide value. See, at the end of the day, it's this hustle and get over mentality. And whether or not guys can articulate it as well, they know it when they feel it. And you know who tend to do this more than anything else? Women from 26 to 38. 26 to 38-year-old women tend to 27 to 38-year-old, because why? Because they should have been married by now. The eternal sevens, here you go, guys. The eternal sevens are the worst at this. This is why I came up with that eternal sevens. Why I don't use seven, because sevens are what's wrong with the dating world. You should have been married long ago because you're really a 6.9, but you actually round yourself up to 7. All the 8s, 9s, and 10s are gone. Then you get all these guys wanting to date you because all the 8s, 9s, and 10s are gone, and you're taking all the attention and free chips and everything else. You're not putting it out. You're getting a lot of men jaded. And look, and you don't get out of the game soon enough. You hang on too long, and there's always, well, this guy proposed to me. This guy proposed to me. And you're 40 years old and got nothing to show for it. What do you got to show at 40 years old, being as fine as you are, being proposed to, and got all them bags and purses and shoes? You got a bunch of stuff. Shout out to Harry. You got a bunch of bags and stuff, but nothing to show for it. Nothing to show for it. So if Henry is not a plaything, Henry's not a toy, it's not a game, what do? I got you covered. First off, ladies, you got to understand how pretty you are to the average man. See, it's one thing to be pretty just to your group, your race. But if you are a straight up 8, 9, or 10, you have interracial dating ability. I'm going there. 8s, 9s, and 10s have interracial dating ability. The higher up you go, the more interracial dating ability you have. If you're an 8, you can cross over to men who are 8s from any race. 9, 10. 10s can go to basically anybody. Highest bidder. So, do you really know your number? 2, if you don't want to truly be a subservient wife, it would be better just to acknowledge that and say, I'm just not that person. That's not what I'm cut out for. I want much more of a business kind of relationship. Look, your godfather is cool with both of them. I told you, if I decide to get married, there would only be 2 ways it will be. You'll be with a younger woman where there's going to be at least 2 kids that's going to be had out of the marriage, or nope. Or it could be an older woman where there are no kids on there, but it is straight up business relationship, friends and benefits. But I'm going to have to be attracted to her. See, what ladies understand, just like you don't want to be lied to, men don't want to be lied to either. Don't take a man's choice away. You hurt yourself. Stop being so short. Ladies, stop being so short-term in your thinking. Stop thinking, I'll just get over on this sucker right here for a free meal and a trip to the opera, and play the long game. Shout out to Obsidian when he came out with the dinner horror study. Stop playing the short game. Play the long game. But in order to play the long game, you have to have people skills. And I got to talk to black folks right now. We focus too much on the hard skills, the resume, the degrees, and this and that. But you don't focus on the soft skills, the interpersonal skills, making yourself likable by other people. And that is what will get you where you need to be in life. Gary Vee was talking about that just this morning. Stop focusing on certifications and degrees and all that. Start focusing on baking cookies in charity and the junior league and band booster and all that other kind of stuff. Yeah, ladies, trust your godfather. All right, here's what we're gonna do. I gotta look in the comment section because I feel like my likes aren't up there. Oh man, y'all bullshit me. No, we ain't even in part 2. You see what y'all doing? What are y'all doing, man? You cannot hear. Stop. fair exchange. You're robbing somebody, and that opens you up to being robbed. No, we ain't even a part two. You see what y'all doing? What are y'all talking about? Anybody that comes in and saying they can't hear, time them out. What are y'all doing, man? Anybody that comes in and say they can't hear, time them out. Stop. Get my likes up, please, because we got to get to part two. I want the call lines to be open for the ladies who are saying, all right, Godfather, I hear you. But how do I actually land a high value husband? Because I don't just want to be a sugar baby. How do we get out of this stuck mindset? Get the likes up, because look at where the likes are, man. Let's see what we got going on in there. Brad, what's up, man? Okay. Bye, Andy. Anybody that says they can't hear, come on. Oh yeah, they're just making it easy for me to actually time them out. I mean, they're actually making it easy for me to get rid of them. Come on, get the likes up. We got to get over 800. Come on, over 800. Nick the Magnificent. Hey, come on. He only wants it. Keep them on going. About to open the call lines. If y'all want the call lines to get open, we're going to have to get the likes to over 800. But just keep on talking. Your dog needs walking. Corey the guy, what's up, fam? I just want. Are we all setting up the call line right now? Setting up the call line. How many of you guys? How many of you? How many of you high value guys? How many of you high value men? See, high value men, I divide them into three categories. Blake Henry, that's the Bradley, Ahmed, Keith, and Enrique, the white collar guys, you know. Then we get the blue Henrys, the blue collar brothers that are actually getting out here doing what they do. And then we got the Henrys in training. These are the guys who are in college or in school or getting their certifications, things like that. Though these guys, none of these guys want to be taken advantage of. I mean, ladies, and you got to admit, you know you don't want to be taken advantage of either. So, how do you end up getting what you want out of this world without getting played? See, that's what a lot of women say. They don't want to get played. And we're going to start something on this channel. It's called, where are my moderators at? On this channel, we're going to start something on this channel called Pick Me Proud. Click to join the show. Pick Me Proud. Pick Me Proud. You should be proud to be called a pick me. Pick me proud. Ladies, who is it? Who's brave enough to raise your hand and say, I am proud to be a pick me. I am proud that you're actually a feminine woman, that you like men. You know you want you know you want to get married, you know you want some children. You're bold enough to say, you know what, I don't want to have to work after I get pregnant. Oh, I see what's going on. You don't want to have to work after you get pregnant. You want what you want. I ain't mad at you. See, if we get more women to start just acknowledging, you know what? I don't want to have to work. Right, Andre Hatchett? If more women can say, I don't want to have to work, and I'm good with living on my husband's income. You know, that's one of the big things. It's easier to make these choices to live on your man's income when you're younger. But see, if you're like in your mid 20s or early 30s and you've got 5, 7, 10 years in your career, you may be up around 70, 80, 100,000 yourself. Then a man comes through with a respectable $75,000 a year, which is damn near twice what the average black person makes. And you're looking at him like he ain't making enough money just because you out earn your looks. And that's not going to change, ladies. Okay, so here's the rules for getting in the show. To get in the show, you're going to have your microphone. You have to have the YouTube channel muted in the background. You're going to have to turn off. Matter of fact, you just need to be on Zoom. Don't be looking in the chat room. None of that stuff. Pay attention to me when we are talking. You'll be able to say what you want to say. And if I start speaking, I'll just ask you to kindly allow me to cut you off because there's a beta male provider. Oh, see, you're in the wrong place. Somebody that says rich black kid 17. Yeah, you're in the wrong place. Let me go ahead and help you. You're in the wrong room, man. Rich black kid kid 17, a 17-year-old. You're too young to even be involved in this conversation. See, we don't do beta male providers over here. We just do grown damn man shit. That's what we do over here. We don't do beta male providers. We do grown man stuff. Mike, hello? Hello? Speak up. Okay, can you hear me? Your microphone is on, guest. All right. I'm going to mute you, and then I'm going to ask you to unmute when you're ready. See, hello. All right. Here we go. Make sure we have this on. Make sure it's not on my side. Yep. So that's what I'm hearing. I should be hearing you. Try another one. Hello? Well, y'all in here trying to be thirsting up, asking for folks IG. Another thing, ladies, when you start asking men to rank you, you need to ask a man who knows how to do it. You can't just go ask a man just to rank you and you hope he tells you what you want to hear. Do you ladies, you need to start getting information that you can act on, not that just makes you feel good. I don't do game. Your lifestyle should be good enough. Both. Game is social skills. If you type in all caps, you're gonna get timed out. No, I don't have them on mute. Nope, I don't have them on mute. See, if you guys could hear that ringtone and then heard my voice, that means you can hear them. Same setting as every night. Same setting. Hear that ringtone and then heard my voice, that means you can hear them. Let's try it again. Test speaker and microphone. Did you hear the ringtone? Same setting as every night. Let me say again. Same setting. There we go.
Hey,
What's wrong with your What's wrong with your microphone, man? I've been trying to get you to answer for the longest. Hello? All right. Yeah, it's all clear. It's him.
I'm here.
Yes. What do you have for me?
I'll just leave and come back.
No, you need to stay right now. You're on. Go ahead. All right. I'm going to go ahead and move you. So, yeah, dude. The thing is, do you think you can? Let me tip you to something. The guys that want to be more traditional husbands, what do you think's larger out there? Men who want to be patriarchal, one income, traditional kind of guys, or do you think more men out there who are high earners but are willing to? I'll just tell you, you can arrange a situation as long as it's beneficial. Some of you ladies think, I know there's some women out there who know I look good, but my personality is set up that I'm not the most submissive, cooperative person. I'm willing to work with it, but I'm going to need somebody that understands me, because by the time I get my attitude ready and together, I'm going to be 50. There's a solution out there for that too. See, what'll set a lot of women free is 1, truth. 2, accepting reality and acting accordingly. 3, being upfront and honest. Stop lying to yourself. Accept the fact that you are as tall as you are. You look the way you look. You know, I said this on my Instagram. Can you imagine the world if your world woke up tomorrow morning and the world had a bunch of women who were 4s, 5s, and 6s, but they were all in shape, all wearing their natural hair in a style that's flattering for their current hair length and their current hair type. They were feminine, cooperative, nice to be around. Hello? There are a lot of guys that will be happy with average, because you could be an average looking woman and have a banging body. That's what used to happen. Hello? I can hear you. You got to speak. Hello, expat home. You're unmuted. I don't know what's going on. Can you Brown Hey, who's that? That you, Brown?
Hello?
Hi.
Hey, what's
Good
going on?
evening.
How are you?
I can hear you. Gotta speak.
Okay.
Hi, good evening. My name is Alex.
Hello?
Okay. What I need you to do is I need you to turn off the YouTube channel.
Unmuted. I don't know what's going on.
You got it?
Hi, good evening.
I'm good.
How are you?
I'm good. You need to turn off the YouTube channel,
Hey,
Alex.
who is that? That you, Brown?
Hi, Alex Brown. Hello?
Okay. Alex Brown, I'm talking to you. You need to turn off the YouTube channel because it's giving us background reverberation. That's why you can't hear. Poor baby. Once you close all the windows, you can unmute yourself. Expat, come on back. Lord have mercy.
Hello?
Yes, there we go.
Hello, Kevin. This
Yeah.
is Tara. Are you unmuted?
Sorry, this is my first time.
Okay, Alex, I'm going to get right to you after this. I got another person. Go ahead,
We're
Tara.
both unmuted.
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead, sweetheart. What you got for me? The expat home. Tara. All righty. They're just not. All right. Hello?
Hi, hello?
Alex?
The expat home.
Alex?
Tara.
Oh,
Yes,
geez.
this is Tara. Can you hear me well?
Yeah, I can.
Hello?
How are you? How are you?
Can you hear me well?
Yes. I can hear you well. How are you?
Oh my goodness.
Oh my gosh.
Can everyone hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
This is so strange.
Oh my goodness. All right. Why are these people here? Why are y'all coming here without the smoke alarm battery? Come back out and come back in. Put you back in the waiting room. I don't understand why folks don't change this smoke alarm battery. Everyone could hear you. People could hear you. People heard you all. Yeah, guys, the system is set the way it's supposed to. Oh, I see what's going on. All right. Now we're gonna try it again. Let's try this again. Zoom has been having problems here recently. Again, guys, surprise, surprise. So now we'll try. Hello.
Yes, this is Expat Home. This is Tara. Can you hear me well?
I can now. What's going on, sis?
All right. So this is just really a quick comment. I love your show. It is so entertaining. But I wanted to just back you up here with the ladies. Ladies, you know who you attract. You know who you can pull. If you walk down the street and doctors and lawyers.
Tara, if you don't change that smoke alarm battery, I'm gonna come send the police over there.
Oh, you can hear it?
God damn it, we all can hear that. What the hell is wrong with y'all, man?
It's been COVID. I didn't want anybody in my house.
Well, how about you go to Amazon and get you a 9-volt battery? Because all we hear is.
Oh my God.
Go ahead.
Carry me on the show. Let me finish.
Go ahead. Go ahead and back me up. Go ahead and back me up.
Yeah, it's unfortunate that, the fives don't go with the fives, the sixes don't go with the sixes, and so forth and so on. Because, ladies, if you can pull celebrities, you would know it by now. By 30, you would know it. Okay? And I'm born and raised in New York. I ran with a lot of models. I was the solid homegirl, the eight who was just riding, and I went out with the dignitaries, the more doctor kind of types. But my homegirls went out with the Eddie
Exactly.
Murphys, the Dave Chappelles. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
and so it was
yeah.
just kind of like, just don't play games.
You know what you qualify for.
Exactly.
Especially
so just
when
go in there. Mm-hmm.
I mean, you live in New York City? Or you from New York City?
I'm from New York, yeah.
When I moved to New York City, was the first time I saw just absolutely gorgeous women.
Mm-hmm.
And that's true. In the building I lived in, there were Victoria's Secret models and carrying on. I knew, I mean, I could kick it with one, but I could never keep one. I don't qualify for that. I don't have, my paper wasn't that long, and I'm sorry, I don't have a G6. I may have a little game. I'm kind of fun. We can have fun for a weekend. For real, when dudes can fly you around to Paris for lunch. Come on, man, that ain't me.
Exactly. And we all just need to play our position.
There you
and
go.
I've been married for 11 years now. I have 3 beautiful children. I keep myself in shape. I keep myself up. I'm happy. I'm a happy A.
Well, I'm gonna tell you what. I'm gonna tell you right now. You best go get off this phone and go to Amazon and get that battery in there, because that thing done chirped 3 times.
All right, I'm gonna get my battery.
All right then. Bye bye.
Bye bye.
She's funny. All right. So in the chat room, I see Jeremiah. Chris, you've been trying to call for a couple of nights. Okay, let's go. Brown, that other lady, come back. Chris.
How's it going, Kevin?
You gotta unmute yourself, man. How are you? Unmute yourself. How are you?
How's it going, Kevin?
I'm well. What you got for me?
Yeah, I was calling to talk about the sugar daddy and husband topic.
Okay.
Because it seems as though, from my impression, I don't believe that most women have the beauty to attain a sugar daddy.
Right.
Nor many black women, at the least bit, cannot withstand the trials and tribulations of having a husband necessarily.
Right. Well, so why do you think so many women are trying to go this sugar daddy route when they know they ain't fine enough for it?
I think they want a quick fix.
Uh-oh. But how old are you?
I'm 26.
Okay, so do you ever see some of the women you went to high school or went to college with who were just right there, average looking, maybe a little cute, but all of a sudden think they should have a millionaire?
Yeah. I recall those.
Okay, and these are the kind of women that are looking for sugar daddies. But were they all? But the women you knew that looked like that, were they always like that, or is this some new stuff?
Ask that question one more time.
I didn't see this when I was coming up as a guy. I think this is some new stuff that women all of a sudden think that they can just like level up and secure the bag, and all of a sudden just play a guy and hit a licking and get a bunch of money, because that's never.
No, absolutely. That's due to access.
Mm-hmm.
They have the ability to now access these gentlemen who are able to provide for them, or they think will be able to provide for them. Yet those that are able to provide cannot actually, or excuse me, do not want to provide for these average women. There
you go. All right. Appreciate it, Chris. You've been trying to call in for a couple of nights, haven't you?
Yeah, I appreciate the phone call.
Appreciate you, fam. Stay up.
All right.
That's Chris, y'all. Yeah, and I just posted what Riddler says. He said, I blame love and hip hop. And I ain't gonna lie. Women are driven, especially black women more than anything else, are influenced by media. And a lot of women actually believe that this is possible. How many guys, or how many of you out there have ever heard a woman say that her sex was just average, especially a black woman? Have you ever heard a woman say, I'm average in bed? Every one of them got the best yoni ever. And all I got to do is get that right dude that one time, and the next thing you know, he going to put me up in a mansion. No. Jazeera. Okay, you got to turn your mic on. All right. So, yeah, I think people just get used to that beeping and chirping. That beeping and chirping. What's going on, BGS? And the sad part, though, is more than anything else, a lot of women out here, man, are really just wasting time. They're wasting 7 to 10 years before they wise up. And by that time, it's like, okay, you might be a decent woman, but it's one thing. Let me go ahead and say this. Okay, Miss Brown. She's back. Mike, whoever that is back. So the first one to speak gets it. The worst thing, waiting 5 years is a death sentence for women.
Before they wise up, and by that time it's like, okay,
I'm going to choke
you might
you.
be a decent woman.
Brown. What's your name? Hello?
Hey, Miss Brown.
Hi.
Okay. I need you to pay attention. I need you to turn off the YouTube channel in the background.
So the first one to speak gets it.
Okay, I apologize. I'm gonna try to do my best.
The death sentence for women. Before they wise up, and by that time it's like, okay, I'm going to choke my death.
Shut the windows, sweetheart. Just close the window and just keep Zoom up. That's all you need up.
I'm sorry, Alexandra?
Yeah, close the YouTube. How are you?
Hi, can you hear me now?
I can now. What do you got for me?
Hi, I'm fine. How are you?
I'm good. What's up?
So I just want to say I've been following your channel for some time now, and to make a long story short, I remember, going through your other videos back in the day, and I remember when you were saying that, what do you rate yourself as far as like a woman? And I know that you said that you can't do a 7. So I think I said a 6, and it was some guy, and he was so like hype.
What's the question?
Well, he was so energetic as far as like, the
Okay. Well, I can't address something that happened on the video back in the day by somebody I did not know. So
what is the question? I'm sorry.
What is the question you have for me?
So what is the question that you have for women?
Oh no, dear. Did you call in to just make a statement, or do you have a question?
I'm sorry, what is the topic?
The topic is, why'd you call my show and not know what the topic is?
I'm sorry, I was reading everybody's comments.
Why the hell are you reading everybody's comments when you're on the show with me? I asked you to turn off the YouTube channel.
I know, but it was my first time.
I don't care. You watched my show. You know how this works. Ma'am, it's rude to get onto a show where I'm running a show with thousands of people in it, and you are so preoccupied with what people are saying about somebody that they don't know. Talk to me or get off my show. That's just common courtesy, man.
I apologize in advance. And
do you have a question for me?
Yes.
What is?
I want to know. Well, I just want to say at the end of the day that I follow your channel, and I have been, through some time, and I want to say that I agree with your content as far as like women who are trying to value themselves, or value themselves. Okay. Comes to like the 1s through the 6s, and then they gotta, skip the 7s, and they gotta do the 8, 9 to 10.
Are you trying to get married yourself?
No, and that's why I called. I wanted to call and say that I respect your content, and I understand as why I cannot get married as a 35-year-old woman, because I am less likely to get married.
Hold on. I want to be clear on something. I never said you can't get married. The question is, do you want to get married? I mean, if you do, you do. You don't, you don't. I'm just curious as to which one is it.
I wanted to get married, but I feel as though that maybe now is like a less possibility
Well, well,
because
well, well. Okay, let's flesh that out.
okay,
You don't decide. Men get to choose. You're
yes.
taking yourself out of the game, and you're not an ugly woman. So, have you ever had a long-term relationship?
As far as like 3 years, I don't know what to call that, but
That's
that's the
long.
longest.
That's a long-term relationship. Anything over
Yes.
6 months is a long-term relationship.
Okay.
And how long ago was it? How long ago was the relationship?
Oh my God. It was like 2011 to 2014.
Okay, so it was 6 years ago.
Yes.
Any particular reason why you two didn't get married?
Because he was very insecure.
Okay. Uh, all right. But you were together 3 years. Who broke it off?
I did.
All right. And since okay, we'll just take that. Since 2014, have you been dating?
Yes. And I got into a relationship from 2016 to 2016.
So
It was, yeah.
for a few months.
Yeah.
Okay, and then that's the last time you actually been in a relationship.
Yes.
Have you dated since then?
I have like last year.
Okay. Do you have like friends with benefit situation for romantic or sexual companionship?
Yes, but it only has been with my ex that I've
Okay.
known since like 2014.
You mean the guy you broke up with?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. Let me tell you right there.
Okay.
You seem like a sweet person. Okay. And what I'm getting is you may be a little, well, I don't want to say that just yet, but having doors need to stay closed. If you were with a man for 3 years, right?
Yes.
And he did not put a ring on your finger,
Right.
there's no reason to have sex with him now.
Right.
He has emotional uh space in your head. And as long as he's around, you can adequately heal and move on. In effect, you're still in a relationship with that man.
Understood.
That would be my initial guess. So that would be more of a hindrance to any potential future relationships, much more than your age. That's why I was saying don't be so quick to write things off. Do you have any children?
I don't have any kids.
Okay. And you live in what part of the country? North, east, south, or west?
I'm in Pennsylvania.
Pennsylvania. And about how tall are you?
5'5".
You know what's coming next.
I don't know.
What's your size?
I'm 160.
Okay. Stand to lose about 15, 20 pounds. But 5'5", no children.
Yes.
And I saw you when the camera's getting up. Men approach you.
Yes, they do.
Yes. So why don't you have 5 dates scheduled this weekend that you're just picking out from?
I remember the Corona or whatever.
Well, okay, before Corona, why didn't you have like 3 or 4 people trying to take you out for drinks, dinner, whatever, every weekend? And what part of Pennsylvania? Philadelphia, Pittsburgh?
I'm Philadelphia.
Philly. Okay, so you're in a major city.
Yes. Yes, I am.
You should be
Yes.
killing the game. What's going on, sis?
I should.
You don't like dudes with beards? I mean, because you got a lot of that shit in Philadelphia. Big ass beards.
I am a licensed massage therapist, and I've been doing this for 14 years.
Yeah, you should be damn. My ex-wife was a massage therapist. You can do tricks with trigger points.
Yes.
I know.
And that's the problem. I feel as though that guys that meet me, they feel as though that I can do other tricks, but I'm trying to do it professionally.
Well, I'm talking about for your man. I don't mean are you trying to give happy endings?
Yeah, but that's the
Oh,
problem.
okay.
So
I'm
it's
not
like,
saying sleeping with your clients, but I'm saying walking down the street, going to get uh whatever those ice things they call, or going to get a cheesesteak, or whatever the hell y'all do in Philadelphia. You know, Eagles and Jones or
I
whatever.
know.
Look, you're not an ugly woman. Guys approach you. There's no reason you should not have guys that you're going out on dates. But if you had a relationship for 3 years and had to break it off with a guy who was insecure, then you dated somebody in 2016, and from that point on to now, 2020, that's 4 years. But you're having
Hmm.
sex with a guy you uh, ended things with 6 years ago.
Yeah,
Uh,
about a year ago.
huh?
About
Right.
a year ago, but I know that's still bad.
But not, let's not call it bad. We just need to, words mean things. Um, are you a shy person?
Yeah, I am.
I gathered that. All right. My suggestion would be to get around more like-minded women and men and start trying to come out of your shell. You have a lot of things going for you. You're a cute girl, cute woman.
Thank
Oh,
you.
you have no children, and it sounds to me like you have a pretty low sexual body count.
Yes.
All right, these are all things I could sell if you will allow yourself to be sold on the market. But you want to take yourself off because of some things you heard me say on a video that didn't specifically apply to you. I'm going to ask you not to do that.
Yes, but Kevin,
Go ahead.
I want to respect you, and that's why I called in. I just wanted to say at the end of the day, I respect your content, and
Okay.
I don't want to go against what you have to say
Oh,
because
if you disagree, that's okay. You can disagree.
no. And that's why I called.
Hmm.
I don't want to be one of those females who called in and said that,
Yeah.
going back and forth with you and,
Yeah.
my voice and be like, oh my God, that's why I commented. And that's why I wanted to say that, when I, commented,
Hmm.
the dude or whatever, he was like, well, what did you mean to say? You wanted to say that you wanted to get some validation because you said that you want to get a six. And I was like, no, what if I meant to say, and if I wanted to comment and say that I'm a six, it's because I feel like I'm a six. I want somebody to keep it raw and to keep it real and to
Okay.
say that, you know what? He is speaking the truth. And a lot of people don't even want to accept that some women want to speak the truth. So that's why I called. I wanted to call and say, you know what? This dude, he cool. And he talking the truth at the end of the day.
Well,
I know I have to have some work done for myself. That's why I called.
I appreciate you calling in, sis.
Yes.
Keep your head up and keep doing your thing. Massage therapist for the win. Bye bye.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Yeah. Yeah. Shout out to the caller. She's somebody said she sounds a little relationally immature. One of my best friends, one of my close friends, female friends from college, just kind of some people are just sweethearts. And honestly, in times gone past, women like that would have been prized. All right, so next up, let me go ahead and try to clear some of these calls. Yeah, I don't know what her ex is, and I didn't want to get into all that. That wasn't her energy. I think some people just need more. Some people are shy, man, and some people are just not as experienced. Hello.
Hey, hi, how are you?
I'm good.
Not bad. I just want to bring up something that you said earlier.
What's
I'm
your
from the
first name?
island.
What's your first name?
Michael.
What do you got for me,
And
Michael?
yeah, from Jamaica. So I remember years ago when I was younger, and you mentioned women shouldn't take stuff from guys that don't. I remember a girl tried to do that, and
Say
when I
again.
wanted
Hold
to,
on. Say again. Men. I said the women should not do what? Take gifts from guys. Okay.
yes, that not interested in.
Okay.
I don't want to, give up the cookies and want to use them. I remember one time years ago when I was,
Do you have a?
way
Okay. I don't mean to be
when
rude, but do you have a question, or do you just want to just tell your story?
a quick story. But
No,
yeah,
no,
I
no, no,
remember
no quick story. No
a
quick.
quick
No, no,
question.
no quick
All
stories.
all
No quick
right.
stories. Do you have a question?
Um, is it if you find a girl doing that to you, is it wise just leave her right where she is and
Well, let me
if you give
ask
her
you.
anything, you just take it
Let me
back?
ask you. You're in Jamaica, right?
No, not no,
You're
no,
not there.
no.
How old are you? How old are you?
45.
Come on, man.
Hmm.
Are you seriously asking me this question as a 45-year-old man? You know this answer.
I know, I know.
You
No, but I'm
don't?
just
You
saying
don't know the
that.
answer? Are you
No,
seriously? You
I
don't?
know, I know the answer, but I was like,
All right, man. So,
uh,
so
yeah.
you're 45,
Hmm.
and I got a call-in show, fam, and you wanted to tell your story, and this ain't that. So you just made up a BS question to talk.
It's related to that actually. So,
No, it's not
but
because you really didn't need my answer.
true. But
All
it's
right.
a look on it. But I won't say it.
You grown goddamn men need to start. I said this on my Patreon. I'm going to say it again. It is time for black men to stop being so damn informal with each other. Stop calling me Kev. Stop saying sup. Stop calling into a show, talking and want to tell your story. Go make a video on your own channel if you want to tell a story. There's a program going on here. I'll accept that more from women or younger men. But you elderly dudes, you middle-aged plus dudes, out of here, man, with that BS. You call my show with that mess? I mean, that's serious. It's just rude. Jay, what's going on?
How you doing today, sir?
I'm well. What do you got for me?
All right. If it's fine with you, I just want to make a statement. That's fine
I
with
don't know.
you.
How old are you?
I'm 35 from North Jersey. I'm
All
a
right.
personal trainer.
All right. If the statement's make it very brief, man. Please.
Okay. Just make a quick statement as me being a personal trainer living in North Jersey. I worked in Chatham, Millburn, Short Hills, high-end areas, basically with like high-earning people. I worked at a tennis facility where the membership was $375 a month, sessions were $150, and the average household income was $250,000.
Okay.
And I just want to say that you were exactly right in what you're saying, that most of the guys in these environments, they either have their wife early on from college, or if they do have one from later on, it's someone much younger on the 8, 9, 10 scale, so to speak.
Yeah.
And also with their kids as well, as far as like expenses, like for a kid to go to tennis like group sessions 2 times a week, we're talking $400 a week for one kid. We're talking $150 for one session. We're talking for a family, the membership for the family, we're talking about a package of $900. So just alone at the tennis facility, they're spending on average, I would say, anywhere between $4 to $7 grand.
There you go.
I got the very fortunate situation that even though I'm from the hood, I was fortunate to work in these rich areas and get to learn the environment, learn how they interact, learn how they move, learn how they talk. There's even a couple times where I said hi to certain people and I had men look at me and then walk right past me as if I was nothing. So I really don't think like people understand like on that high end scale what it takes to be.
Especially when you mess around out there in Hampton. Jay, I got some more people in, but thank you for co-signing on my point, man. Keep grinding and get some contacts out there with those dudes. Work that personal training thing. That's a great end with high value people. Great end.
Absolutely.
Appreciate it, fam. I'll let I don't want to mispronounce your name. Jazara.
Yeah.
Jazara. Look at them lips, girl. What's going on? What you got for me? What did I mess up on? How am I wrong tonight? Okay. I usually am. Go ahead.
Now, I'm not going to say you're wrong. I agree with a lot of the things that you're saying.
But
there's no but. Just in pertaining to the title. I used to want a sugar daddy when I was a bit younger, but I realized that it's not for me, and it was just like a lazy way out. I actually have a question for you. Being that I want to, get married, I know that high value men date high value women. How do I, attract a high value men? Because I know that men aren't necessarily impressed with their degrees and stuff.
Okay. I get it. You could have done the sugar daddy thing with your looks, but you didn't want to do that because it just wasn't your thing.
Yeah.
All right. So I got to ask some questions. How old are you?
I'm 22.
32?
22.
32. All right. And you're from the islands?
Yes, I'm from Jamaica.
All right. Are you still there or are you in the States?
I'm still here.
Okay. Could be challenging. Any children?
No.
Okay. The reason I say it could be challenging is because the different economies.
Yeah.
Any particular reason why you haven't moved to the States?
Well, I don't know, I guess it's just that I love staying home. I thought about going overseas to finish my studies, but I just didn't really come to the conclusion.
All right. So here's the thing is, if you want a high value man, you have a better chance of being found by one if you are where they are. Think the high value men that come to Jamaica are
but for vacation,
are already there for vacation with their wife, significant other, or maybe on some sort of, when I went and we were kicking it in hedonism, we were on some, but they're not there for, no one's really coming to Jamaica to look for their misses. That's like sand to the beach. So, that's number one. If you can make it to the States, make it to the States. Because is it common in Jamaica for a man to be able to make enough money for your wife not to work?
No, that's the thing. It's actually taboo here because initially I never thought about being a stay-at-home wife. I have no problem working, but I'm open to the fact that, if I need a man who's able to take care of me, I have no problem being a housewife and a mother of four. Because even though I'm 22, I really, really wish I was currently married.
Did you say 22 or 32?
22.
22. Girl, if you don't get your ass over to the States, what are you talking about? I thought you said 32.
No, I'm 22.
No, what the hell, man? You better come over. Hey, look, what do you do for a living?
I'm currently a student, but
all right. And what are you going to school for?
Psychology. I know.
Oh shit.
Initially, it was zoology. I was doing biology, and then I changed it.
We gotta stop that. I need you. I need no. Listen to your godfather. You've heard me talk to too many psych chicks, niece. You've heard it. Come to the States, study economics, art history. Something like that. Get a job waiting tables at a high-end restaurant, a steakhouse or something like that. Move to a major international city with an international airport. Miami's near. There's the Dolphins. There's the Heat. Look, you got to be around where high-value businessmen matriculate and go when they're looking. You're 22. Don't waste 5 years because you don't want to be homesick. Airplanes fly back to Jamaica too. If you don't hop your ass off that island and get on a banana boat or something, if you don't get your ass on a banana boat and come on over here and start playing.
You said to switch to a major like economics and history.
Well, and why did I tell you that? Why did I tell you that?
Yeah, probably so I can get financially literate.
No, because these kind of courses, when guys are going to school for law, medicine, when they're trying to become a politician, economics, law. See, psychology, it's a problematic degree. It's a problematic degree unless you're going to actually become a clinician. And if your degree is not going to really do you any corporate good, it should do you some social good. Meaning, let's say you went to school for art history. There's a ton of stuff you could do in the arts, museums, the kind of stuff to put you around people with money. You're needing to be found by your husband is more or less the case. Okay? And it'll be much easier to be found by that kind of man because you're young enough and you have the look. So make it easy on yourself. What do you think? Let's just take it away from black folks. White girls go to college and do this all the time. They go to Rutgers or University of Pennsylvania, Penn State, Stanford, NYU, and they'll be majoring in art history or economics or, English or something. What are they going to school for? Go ahead.
The thing that kind of, okay, continue, sorry.
No, go ahead. Ask your question.
Oh, the thing that kind of stirred me away was, because my parents were paying for my tuition and then something went wrong with the family business and I have had to switch over to going through student loans.
Yeah.
While going through the problems, I'm like, do I really want to, go through with this degree and then have to, focus on paying off student loans? Because then all I'm going to be is a young graduate with a lot of debt. And I know I have my femininity, but I'm trying to figure out what else I can do so I can become a high value woman.
Well, if you don't want to go to college to finish your schooling, you still need to be in an international city. I understand not wanting to go into college debt. I get that, especially for a degree that you may find useless. I get that, but you still have to be in a place. No, I told a young lady who was very attractive. She was in Akron, Ohio. I'm like, no, you got to move. See, what you're going to see, if I told you Zara, is that how Zara?
Yeah, Jazara.
Jazara. You have a nickname or is it just Zara?
You can just call me Jazz.
Okay, Jazz. Okay, Jazz, if I said move to let me give you Charlotte. Move to Charlotte and I can guarantee you within 3 years you're gonna have your high value husband. As soon as you get to Charlotte, within 3 years, you're going to have your high value husband. How soon would you get to Charlotte?
I don't know, because Donald Trump, he suspended all the visas and stuff. So
if God came on high and said, Jazara, get to Charlotte and inside 3 years, I'm going to guarantee you a high value husband. How soon would you get to Charlotte?
I don't even know.
Come on, man. Now I made it as simple as possible. I made it as simple as possible. Let me help. Let me listen. I made it as simple as possible. I cannot take fear and I cannot take risk out of it. You're going to have to take a risk. You're going to have to take some chances. Or you can get old in Jamaica. I've got to be real with you because I said it in a nice way. If I could guarantee you're going to find a high value husband in Charlotte, I said, okay, if God said it. I mean, if God told you, the answer's supposed to be, if you really want what you want, you should be wanting to get there. But now you're leaning towards I don't know this and that.
Then I'd go because my main reason for marriage is a religious one. So if God did tell me, then yeah, I would pack and go.
Well, could Boaz find Ruth if she wasn't where she was?
Ruth went after Boaz. Because Boaz wasn't even looking for her, but
what did I say? What did I say? What was the question I asked?
I don't know. Go ahead.
That's gonna be a problem. A lot of you Jamaican women tend to be strong-willed.
No, I'm very much different.
I say a
And
lot.
they
Okay,
have
if
to
you're
be
not good for you,
cliche.
I said ultimately this. Maybe you didn't hear me. I said Boaz couldn't find Ruth if she was not where she was.
That's true.
I don't care about COVID. I don't care about your debt, tuition, your family, any of the stuff you're telling me about. If you want to live that sort of lifestyle and you want to find a high value husband, you're going to have to do what your non-black counterparts do. Go where these men are, compete and risk. Or
Stay in Jamaica and die old.
or stay in Jamaica and work or whatever. But you don't have time, is what I'm saying. You're 22. You're 22, and a lot of women who find their husbands young, they've already found them. I mean, what's the oldest man you've ever dated?
The last guy I dated, he was 32. He was 10 years older than
Okay,
me.
cool. So you're used to dating older men.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, here's the worst thing. If you come to the States and it doesn't work, you can always go back.
Yeah, but see, I don't want to go. I don't have a problem with going. You know, I just don't want to spend my 20s searching and being picky and ended up like a lot of the women in their 30s and 40s saying, "Where are the good men?" I don't want that, you know?
And
I feel like I need some guidance.
I've already given you the guide. Okay, I've given you guidance. What you want is guarantees.
Okay, I kind of say that, yeah.
Yeah. What you want is guarantees or you don't want to risk. And I'm telling you, no. The only guarantee, you continue to do what you're going to do. You're going to continue to get what you got.
Okay, so I just got to make up my mind to make the risk.
Well, if you, no decision is a decision. So the more time you waste, the less likely it'll be. And that's the net of it. The world is slowed down right now. The economy's changing. Everything's in flux right now. Better to take a risk now while everybody's trying to get their stuff back together. But that would be my advice to you. And I'm going to tell that to a lot of the younger women. You're going to have to take a risk. You're going to have to take a risk. Or if not, you know, like I said, when you live in Jamaica, no one's coming down there that's not already involved, though. Sorry, that's what it is. You live where you live.
Okay.
All right. Thanks.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. See, I need you ladies to understand something. You want a high value man. These men are by definition rare. You want men that have to go through a lot of stuff to become the men they are. And then you want this shit to be convenient. No. You're going to have to work for it. You got to put the microwave up and cook old school. Tanya, you need to take your mute off. See, yeah, he said she wants a high value man delivered by UPS on time and a date schedule. And that shit does not work that way. Ross says, I'll save her. This is where white women kick black women's ass. This is where white women kick your ass. They go to Division 1A schools. And while you sitting around talking about, I ain't gonna mess with him, they all up in the athletic dorms, all up in the football dorms, the basketball dorms, all up in the law school. These women are openly hunting high value men. They're following around campus. They're standing outside their history classes. Stacy is doing whatever she has to do to become Kevin's wife. While you black women sit around thinking somebody's going to come serve your ass. No. Walking around like, I got lips and a butt. He can come over here. No, and then that little flat butt girl, she's over there. Hi, how you doing? And next thing you know, she's leaving with what could have been your husband because you did not want to compete. You want the best of men, The best of men have to compete. Nerve of y'all. Hello? Tanya. The microphone is off, dear. All you have to do is speak. And see, Pretty Brown, it's sad when I see women, sisters at college, especially when you are around a lot of brothers who are in school. They've already been vetted. They're in school. Hello? I don't know. You need to, I can't hear you. Put a headset on or something. You see a lot of women who are in college.
Can you hear me now?
Barely. You need to put on a headset or take it off of Bluetooth and hold it up to your face. But if you see these guys on draft day sitting next to Becky, don't get mad because there are plenty of black women. I can hear you now. Here you go.
Oh, okay. You can hear me now?
Yeah, I can. What do you got for me?
You need to put on a headset.
Okay, so
Okay, what you're going to have to do is you're going to have to close the YouTube channel in the background. Stop looking at YouTube.
You see these guys.
See, I still hear me. I still hear me. Close YouTube.
Okay, I closed it.
Okay, what do you got for me?
So my question for you was, you asked the question about, do women want to be a sugar baby or a wife?
Yes.
And my thing was, is there anything that would stand in the way of a woman being both?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yep. First thing, you got to be fine enough.
Well, okay, say that you do have the looks and you have the conversation.
Okay. Are we talking about you or are we talking about in general?
So for me, when I met my husband, I was a sugar baby when I met him.
Okay.
And I didn't approach him as a sugar baby, but I used the same techniques to make him fall in love with me. So that's why I was saying a woman can be both, in my opinion.
I never said they couldn't be. I said that some women don't want to be a wife. They just want a man's money. And if you just want a man's money, be a sugar baby. Don't try to hustle and finesse him. That's what I said.
But sometimes relationships can.
Go ahead.
Oh, I'm sorry, you weren't finished.
Well, I was going to say number 2, and in order to be a sugar baby, you need to look good. I mean, if you used to sugar, I'm quite sure you've seen some women saying they want to be sugar babies who look like they were Sweet and Low or NutraSweet.
Actually, in my experience, it seemed to me that the women who had the more unattractive features, but perhaps a banging body, but very good conversation, got the most.
Okay. Okay. What else were you gonna say?
So one more thing, I actually currently started watching you, and another question that I had was, since it's okay for Black men to compare Black women to other races of women, do you think that it's fair for Black women to judge where Black men are status-wise compared to other men?
What does your husband have to say about it?
My husband's not Black.
Regardless, what does he have to say about it?
As far as what? The question I just asked you?
Yeah.
Well, it's not really a conversation that we have.
Why not?
We spend our time on more important subjects.
Well, I guess, but you're a married woman and you've been watching me, so it's important enough to take away from your more important time. So I would assume you could talk about that with him and ask him.
Well, I actually stumbled across your videos when I was looking for men's like.
Let me go ahead and cut to the chase, ma'am. The question you asked me basically is: Black men judge women. Is it okay for Black women to judge Black men? Your sugar baby, which I have no problem with, and your sugar baby married to a white man?
He's Italian. He
white.
wouldn't say that he's white.
He's white. We know that means white. Rocky was white. So what you're asking, is it okay for a Black woman who's married to I don't care who you judge, but my question is, why do you care about any of this? You're married.
Well, the thing is, I just feel like I read a lot of your chat room and
how long have you been married?
Comment section.
Okay, do you have any kids?
Yes, I do.
Okay, I gotta ask, ma'am. You're a married woman with children. Why are you in these spaces?
I actually found your channel when I was looking for ways to encourage my husband, like to find a new cologne and suits and things like that.
Which is good.
And then
those videos are perfect, but these. Is it like guilty pleasure? You're just kind of peeking in and say, what's going on over there?
Yeah, I was being nosy.
Okay. Well, if you watch my video, you would know the question you asked me was disingenuous. Do I deal with Black men who are lesser earning? What kind of men do I deal with here?
Well, no, I'm not saying that.
I'm just asking, if you watch my content, what caliber of men do I address here?
You address high earning men.
Right. So why would I as such, why would I have to make an argument regarding lower value or lower earning men if that's my target market? See, the way the question came across, ma'am, is if Black men are going to have something to say about Black women, it's always, well, Black women should have something to say about Black men. And I got to be honest, as a Black woman who married out, it's kind of hard to hear that, especially when you're married with kids. It's like you got no dog in this fight. It's almost like women in your position just want to throw shit at Black men. And I'm cool, but just say, I just want to throw shit at niggas.
No, I wouldn't say that I would want to throw anything at anyone. I was just stating that when you do talk to Black men, they're quick to have excuses for the things that they lack in.
What Black men are you talking to?
I mean, even before I was married to my husband, and
you've been married how long?
Dating.
You've been married how long?
I've been married for 7 years.
All right, ma'am. I gotta ask. You've been married for 7 years. What does conversations with Black men making excuses 7, 8 years ago have to do with you right now? I'm curious.
Well, I was curious to the way that your whole thing is like set up to kind of make 5 and 6s and 7s feel like they don't have a chance with high value.
No, ma'am, if you're gonna quote me, quote me right. I've already addressed this multiple times. I have 3 videos on it. See, what I'm getting from you is if you're a married woman of 7 years and you have children, why do you care about what's going on in the current mating and dating market? You have no dog in this fight. You have no children that are going to be. What do you care?
Well, I care about Black women, and I'm very involved in
Okay.
my. I'm
So
very
how many?
involved in the,
So how are you helping Black women get married?
yes, I do.
How?
By getting therapy, by suggesting.
How many have you got? How many of you
ways that
assisted?
they
How many
act
did
in
you assist
certain-
to get married last year?
Actually, 2.
Good. I had 7, and I don't do that. And I preach all the stuff. If you watch my channel, you should really have nothing else to say other than I'm seeing a Black man over here who shows his work and walks it like he talks it and has receipts to back it up. Instead of questioning what I say about the women I talk about, when I say a 4, 5, or 6 is an average looking woman, and average looking women don't get above average earning men after they have that money. You want an above average earning man, you better get him young. See, I'm going to just be honest with you. I'm going to be honest with you, ma'am. No, ma'am. A lot of, and I don't do the racial thing, man, but it is hard to hear Black women who marry out, who have their nose in Black people's business. It's really hard to hear that, especially when you want to.
I'm still
hold
Black,
on. When I say, you so glad I said what? So glad.
No, I said that I'm still Black. You said
you're still
that
Black.
You don't know why I
you're
get
still
my
Black,
nose
and here's the
in Black
thing: you're still
people's
Black, and
business,
and here's the thing: you can still be Black. I didn't take your Blackness away. You're married. That's what I've been focusing on more than anything else. The things you've been talking about, picking out of my conversation, my video, you've not been correct about. You've been off base. But everything you've said has come from a preconceived or confirmation bias standpoint. You're having a conversation about a group of men that I don't address, issues that I don't cover. Over here, I tell men to pay 100% of everything, and you better be the top and the best at what you do. I'm dealing with the top 10%, trying to become top 5% of men. But sadly, instead of championing and saying, good, I'm glad to see Black men doing that, they're competing out here. And it looks like this brother's doing something successful, or else he wouldn't have 1,500, 2,000 people in his channel. Why are Black women coming to listen and ask me questions? Apparently, women see some value, even if you may have a problem with it. And I will tell you this, my platform, my program, and what I'm doing is working just fine to help Black women and other women get what they want. If you got something for them, great. But don't pick at my stuff, because I'm not doing anything other. I can back up what I say. If you got issues other places with other Black men, knock it out. But that ain't here.
Well, okay, I guess if that's the way that you're going to go with this.
What other way should I go with it, ma'am? What other way should I go with it? You've said nothing positive. You've said nothing admirable. It's been, well, the way you talk and the way you say this and the way you said that, and you've been wrong. And then you talk about the way Black men are, and I say, I don't deal with those Black men. And you have not yet said, you know what? I didn't know that. Maybe I should go back and do my research. You have not once said, maybe I'm off base.
And what exactly do you think that I'm off base about?
The fact that you're a married woman with children, and you shouldn't even be in this space. You should be off with your husband and children, living your life. This has nothing to do with you.
I mean, well, it's the internet.
I asked you, if it's that important, ma'am, if it's that important, I would think if it's that important, the time you spent watching this show and even calling me, you should be doing it with your leader. And if you happen to run it across your husband, it ain't that important.
And
yes.
Why would I?
Why
That
would you run
doesn't
it
even
across
make
him? Because
sense.
he's your husband. Apparently his word should matter more than some strange guy you don't know. See, you're a busybody.
Well, I guess that's the difference between
No.
a high value Caucasian man and a high value black man, because I don't have to run every little conversation I have
Well, then
through him.
congratulations, you are winning. You have Waldo. Congratulations, ma'am. You've won with your high value white man. Live your best life, sis. Go be the example.
You're being very defensive, and I'm not
No,
even
I'm not
trying
being
to come
defensive. I'm
off
just
as
tired of your
if
I'm just tired of your shit. You got nothing. And you came over here with
what I have is
you came over here with pretense. Take your ass back to Swirl Nation, where your arguments about black men being dusty and underperforming will do, because I don't give a shit what your white man is producing for you. He can't hold a candle to me. And if he can, good for him. I still got my shit together, and so do a lot of my guys over here. See, that's what these swirl chicks like her don't get. I don't give a shit about I'm not intimidated by your white man. I beat white men for my entire career. You're a nosy busybody. You're a married woman. I need you guys to ask yourself a question. Thank you for calling in. Thank you for calling in. And I hope your husband hears this conversation, because his wife is representing him exceptionally well. But I'll let you go ahead and have a last word. Oh, she dropped off. I mean, do you not get the nerve of this? You see, there are some black women that are so stuck on black men being less than. They cannot accept that black men can be capable, competent, and the things they say they are. They're going to find a way to make you not be what it is. And she showed it. I pushed her, and she finally gave it up. Well, I guess that's the difference between a black man and a white man. That's what you wanted to say. Apparently you ain't too goddamn happy with your white man, because you over here watching the black man the entire time. We get it. We get it. We know what's going on, sis. If Rocky was taking care of business, you wouldn't be sneaking over watching your Godfather. Ooh, hurts, don't it? I swear to goodness. Pretty Brown, did you see that? I was supposed to be like, oh, well, no. Well, no. I don't deal with that. Portia K. That will probably be the next Seattle Karen. But my husband is white. My husband is white. Why are you pulling me over? My husband is white. My dad is white. Our children, my husband is white. Me and Brad is cool. You called him Rocky. That's right. Rocky couldn't hold a candle to the Godfather. She said it, didn't she? I've been watching your channel. You came over here for a cologne video, but you stayed for the sexual chocolate. You came over here and said, ooh, look, there's a tall, attractive, well-dressed, well-presented black man. Ooh, and he also talks about these things, speaks intelligently, makes his point, takes countervailing positions, handles himself well, has women calling in, but you still want to find fault with the black man. And then you want to throw your white man up in my face. Sweetie, you can't throw your husband in my face when you on my phone. That's the first thing I said. What does your husband have to say about it? Well, I don't talk to him about this. Yeah, because he would be upset or kind of looking at you. He would feel some kind of way to say, why are you listening to a single black man and black people talk about stuff, why aren't you in there making macaroni art with the kids? Why are you listening to this stuff? You my wife. Why are you doing this? He might have some questions for you. You think she listens to her husband in front of me? You think she listens to her husband in front of me, expat? You think she listens to Rocky in front of me? Hey, Rocky. No, Bullwinkle ain't listening to Rocky in front of me. She's sneaking off to the bathroom, in the car. You know, when she run over there to go get us some pop, you know, when she goes for her black moments, she listens to me, you know, got me on, you know, downloaded on YouTube. And when she get the Popeyes and go get her a secret 2-piece, a secret, you know, we get it. Yeah, we get it. Pledge Delta, Delta, Delta. I got no problem with it. You went from being I'm about to cook your ass. I got no problem that you went from being a sugar baby and having your white husband fall in love with you. Congratulations. But you know, that's not the way it typically goes. And she tried to turn my show into what it wasn't. Why are you telling that women that they can't, can a woman be a sugar baby and get a husband? Never said they couldn't. See, everything that she tried to make a problem, I never said there was an issue, because it's not. She was trying to find a fight. You miss black men. I understand. You miss black men. And you may have sugared, but you got your sugar. You got your, you got your S and H, but you really wanted that brown sugar. I get it. We understand. You got the white sugar and it's sweet, but you wanted that brown sugar because it's sweet and it's better for you. It's natural versus that processed sugar you got. I understand. That's why it's addictive. You see, that brown sugar, it don't dissolve in your liquid as quick as the white sugar, called the solubility property. The solubility is different. The KSP, look it up, because some black men did go to school. The solubility product is different for white sugar versus, brown sugar. So you got to work with brown sugar a little bit more. It's bigger. It's not as small. White sugar is smaller. Brown sugar, much more girth, a little bit thicker. So you got to stir and work with that brown sugar a little bit more. But here's the thing, and it doesn't necessarily give you the quick pop that white sugar gives you. That initial quick pop, because but that brown sugar, it goes in the solution better and it lasts longer and it's more fulfilling. But you went the high fructose route and you got your picture, but apparently that white sugar is not fulfilling you. So you had to find a way to get to that brown sugar. Ooh. Well, that's Big Beer Business, or he's married. There's Bowtie Fragrance Guy. He's married. Ooh, there's a black guy on fragrance. 11 million fragrance guys, but you had to come over to my channel and did not stick with fragrance. Had to stick your nose over and over here and just be sitting over here. And it wasn't even good enough just to watch. That brown sugar started tasting good, Ebony. Ooh, I missed that brown sugar. Yeah, this S&H Pure Cane White Sugar, it works. But it's not quite like that black sugar, that brown sugar I remember. So much so that she's like, ooh, I gotta taste it. So let me call him. Let me call him and then contrive a conflict so we can argue. So then I can feel like I'm back there. And then we can go have hot plantation sex in the Balboa Mansion or whatever. Whatever it is, ma'am, enjoy. Because that's what she said. I guess that's the benefit of marrying a white man. I don't have to address it. I couldn't have made better content for this thing. I must be doing something right, because you are working with me. You are giving me content gold. Erica, did you not hear her? That's the benefit of marrying a white man. Well, Iggy, I must just hold my black manhood as inferior. She married a white guy. We lost her, guys. We lost her. We lost her to Waldo. That's another good one. Over there to the white guys, because we don't build shit. Fuck! If we were only better men, we could keep our black women over here and she wouldn't be going over to Rocky. She'd stay over here with us. Crystal and Kerosene was right. Even though we've never seen her husband, and even though all these swirling women always claim to be so goddamn married, you never see none of their white ass husbands. You never see them. Never see any of these little towhead children, and you are always in Negro spaces. I don't go over to Swirl spaces, and I got no problem with it. But why are you Swirl Nation, women who marry out, congratulations to you, coming back over here? Well, because I'm still black. Not making that comment like you just made. You have forfeited your black card with that last comment. See, Seattle Karen thought she had to get out of jail free Negro card. But my husband's white. And she found out quick from Carlos Dillard that no, you still white. That woman actually said, I'm still black. But yet you're going to attempt to pull racial rank with your white man? Ma'am, you have just made me about $1,000. Your 10-minute segment is going to make me at least $1,000 next month. Actually, probably $1,000 in the next week. I'm going to chop and screw that piece of content up, and I'm just going to let you talk. Liz, they think it's a big deal. I can't worry about white guys. I can compete. I can compete just fine. And unlike what you tried to paint me, I don't hate black women. I don't have a problem with black women. And I will say this, 7 black women got married, 7 who told me they credit me for them getting married last year. I'm a matchmaker. I'm an image consultant and a fragrance guy. Imagine what could happen if I actually decided to do that. I'm sorry, Cassandra. I didn't mean to. Go ahead. How are you? Cassandra? Cassandra. When you get ready, Cassandra, you need to get yourself off mute. See, I need you sisters to understand. It's black women like that make brothers look at black women a certain way. Do you think that black woman who called me came into this conversation in good faith? Or do you sense a level of contempt for black men? In particular, I mean, am I dusty, crusty, musty, any of those things? I don't think anybody can look at any of the content I deal with, and you could categorize this with that. But she still came over here with an attempt to foment dissent and have some sort of conflict. For who? That's why I say, y'all black women, y'all need to understand those women are your enemy too. Cassandra, what's up?
Yes, can you hear me?
You need to know you're on Bluetooth or something like that. You need to get closer to the phone. Hello?
How about now?
Not really, but go ahead. She can be in the chat.
How about this? So, I had a question.
Okay, so I can't hear you. Can you put a headset on? I don't know if you're on Bluetooth, on speakerphone, but you're far away from your mic.
I turned it up.
Yeah, I can barely hear you, and I got the volume turned all the way up. So go ahead. So,
Hello?
yes,
Can you hear me better?
I can try now. Go ahead.
Okay, so I know that you normally give advice to young girls.
Okay, I'm going to ask you, do you have a TV playing in the background?
No, I'm in my office. I don't have any TVs down here.
Okay, I just hear a bunch of background noise. Is there a radio or something? Because it's hard. It's kind of hard to hear you. So any background noise is going to make it a little bit harder.
Is the background noise gone?
Yes, that's why I'm saying it.
Okay, so I know you give advice to young girls on here,
Go ahead.
and I didn't really get to catch the subject because I kind of just logged on.
Okay.
But what I had a quick question about is,
Man, please get to it. You're dragging the show out. I'm trying to be patient. Please say it. I'm trying to get over the background noise.
I apologize. I'm a little nervous.
Oh, it's okay, but I got a show to do. I appreciate it. Just focus and say what you need.
So what I had a question was, I'm 28 and I have no children, and I've been engaged to this guy for about 4 years.
Okay.
Is it okay to give an ultimatum to a man, or
Okay.
should I just move on?
So, are you somewhere where you can get to a more quiet place? If you need to hear me, I'll answer your question, but can you hear me well?
Yeah, I can hear you well. I'm in a completely silent room.
Well, ma'am, you're not, because people hear noise in the background. It sounds like you're at a restaurant.
Oh wow. I don't know why.
Yeah, are you on a computer?
Yes.
Then close all other windows except for Zoom.
Oh.
You got something playing in the background.
Is that better?
No, you still have. Do you know how to close all the other windows except for Zoom?
Yeah, I closed them.
Okay. Yeah, feedback noise. I'll just tell you this: if you're engaged, I don't get what's going on with people. All right, I'll try this. When I tell you to unmute, you can unmute. You're engaged to somebody. Hello?
Yes, I can hear you.
That's better. If you're engaged for 4 years, no children?
No children.
It's back. You listening to the radio? Okay, I'm going to mute you again. There's no ultimatums to give. No, she said give an ultimatum. No, you don't give an ultimatum. You should be gone. Why are you still there?
Well, the reason why I was still here is because the ring was so expensive.
Oh, so? But the wedding ain't paid for. Ma'am, he bought you a ring. How long ago did he buy the ring?
He proposed with the ring 4 years ago.
4 years. And what's the excuse?
The excuse is that he's building a business and.
All right. It costs $76 to file for a wedding. He's bullshitting you. He's holding you with the ring, and you know this. You're afraid to leave because you got so much time invested. You don't want to start over. You're gonna have to. He'll be a shitty husband. I mean, but you knew this. You're afraid to leave. You got time. You're how old? 28?
Yeah, I'm 28.
But why'd you wait for? Okay, if he proposed 4 years ago, proposals tend to be just it's a holding pattern until you plan a wedding and get married. You just got a ring. There's no wedding. There's no amount of business that needs to be built. The World Trade Centers were built in short over time. Ma'am, there's no ultimatum to give. The man does not want to marry you. That's hard to hear, but you need to hear it.
Yeah.
There's no two ways about this.
But
Men,
like even if he treats me really nice.
Oh, treating you nice, like making you have to call a strange man to ask about advice for a 4-year engagement. That's nice. This is nice.
Well, no, this isn't nice, but
right. So if this isn't nice, so listen. If this isn't nice, how about all the people that know you and have seen that ring on your finger for years and saying, "What the hell? They gonna get married?" And you walking around looking like foolish in front of all these people. You love him, or you don't want to start all over, or you feel like if I break this off, I may never get this again. All of these are fear-based scarcity mentalities. Never is a decision made in fear a good thing.
But yeah, I guess what you're saying is true. The thing is, I never worked and took care of myself, and he's kind of taking care of me all this time.
Okay.
And
but he hasn't taken care of you the most important way, on paper, legally.
Right.
So you're still in a dangerous position. And he knows that. And you do too, ma'am. You've allowed yourself to be in a vulnerable position. It's a big ring.
Yeah.
What state do you live in?
I live in Wisconsin.
Look at the laws, but I would assume that if you have a ring for 4 years, you could consider it as a gift. It's not a gift typically an engagement ring is a gift given in contemplation of a marriage. But if you've been engaged for 4 years, you can make a case to say, well, it was a gift given in bad faith. So they'll let you keep the ring after this amount of time. Take the ring, sell it, go get your life together. Or go try to find another man. But here's the thing. You've been with this guy for how long? 4+ years? 4 years or more?
6 years total.
6 years total. If he doesn't want to marry you, ma'am, there's no ultimatum you can give him. And the time you wasting with him is just you're getting older. Unfortunately, you took the wrong deal. And you knew this. No one had to tell you 4 years. So either you do something about it now, or you wait till you're 32. And the result's going to be the same.
28, too old to still find.
I've already answered that. I've already tried to answer that question, ma'am. Is 28 too old? No, but it's not a matter of being 28. You need, I would actually say you probably need some counseling. Because if you're 28 years old and you don't know how to take care of yourself, you've never worked, and you're not married, that's not normal. Basically, what you're saying, you just I don't mind women being dependent upon men, but you need to at least get married. Has he set you up in a house? Has he bought you a car? Do you have money stowed away? I mean, do you have anything other than a ring?
No, I had all of that.
No. Do you have all of that in your name? Do you have a house in your name? No. Do you have a car in your name?
Yes.
It's titled in your name?
Yes.
Okay. Do you own furniture
No.
Okay. Then you have the clothes on your back and the car.
I mean, I've been saving since I was 17.
Okay, and how much do you have?
I have six figures.
Okay.
It could have been more, but
I don't. Okay, well that's fine, ma'am. Six figures, take it and do something with it. But you're going nowhere with this guy. All right, it's too much background noise though. Thank you. Yeah, that story doesn't make a lot of sense. You got six figures, you got a ring, no house. Okay. All right, starting to sound improbable. But either way, at the end of the day, did the Swirl Nation come back yet? So she can leave and be fine. Yeah, you got six figures, you should be fine. See, I got a question for black women in particular. I mean, I don't have a problem with quote unquote swirlers. What I have a problem with is people who marry out and then try to act like they like all of a sudden that's a badge of honor, like white is better than black. You know, I've never been a race man, but I need to ask a question to the black women. How that black woman talks to black men makes the collective of black men look bad. I mean, the collective of black women look bad. And makes your black men feel some kind of way. In short, black women, y'all need to, when y'all run across black women like that, y'all need to check them. Cause see, black men checking don't really matter. Cause she's married to Waldo. She's married to Brad. And she has little respect for the black male image, but she still cares about black women. And black women, y'all need to check women like her and say, hey sis, keep your mouth off our men. Enjoy your life over in in the Balboa mansion, but keep your mouth off of our men. Can you imagine if she has a son? Can you imagine if she has a son? How that boy is going to be just what he's in for? Think about it. Black mother, white father, with the disdain, the attitude she has towards black men. Oh my God. Farrah. What a conflicted, confused. Wait till he actually has his wake up call. Y'all need to check black men. Yazzie, let me go ahead and time you out. What I'm gonna need you to do, don't you come over to my channel with that bullshit no more. Take that to somebody else's channel, Yazzie. That does not fly here. You are welcome to stay, but you're gonna have to leave your feminist starter kit at the goddamn door. I don't want to hear any more of that. When I say what I say, I don't want to hear a woman like you saying, well, then you need to do something. You need to sit your ass in a woman's place over here. Don't tell men what they need to do. Y'all know the spirit in which that was said. See, again, it's women like that too. They just want to continue to be antagonistic towards black men. Nothing I said was incorrect. But it's always, yeah. You know what? Women like Yazzie and like that Swirl chick, the attitude is always, I'll do something for you, black man, but you got to do something for me. It's always tit for tat. It's never a partnership. It's always a partnership. It's never you leading and we follow. Women like you'll never marry a strong black man. You will always be with beta males. Somebody who will put up with your shit and allow you to punk them. You will never marry a strong alpha black man because he will not put up with that shit. And it's funny that many of you women like that. You want strong black alpha males, but your very attitude is toxic to the very thing you say you want. That scorekeeping, will keep you single. They don't want to hear from you successfully married women. Expat, shut up. What do you know? You just successfully married with 3 kids. Girl, please. Tiffany, Chanel, she knows. She's been here enough, Tiff, to know what I'm trying to do. It's just she can't let it. She's got to. Hopefully, women like that can get to a point to where they can stop the fighting. The propaganda, the amount of negative media in the Black community has been so much to where I understand why so many Black women may feel the way they do. Even in my group, I say, look, Black men, understand something. This is a group for men, run by men, but ladies are welcome. And I tell the guys, look, the women that come to these spaces, this is going to be the first time many women have heard men talk like this in such a way. And you're going to have to go over and above with patience and lead as a leader should. You can't get upset because you don't hear this kind of talk. And if you can't, so if a woman, I was like, you got to be willing to accept questions and take challenges, even harsh ones, as long as they're done respectfully. I've told the guys, and if you can't do that, then don't engage the women. I do not expect Black women just that don't know me or don't know anybody just to say, well, I'm going to do exactly what you say and follow you. No, that's unrealistic. All it would really take, though, is if Black men and Black women could start to try to meet each other in good faith. Not meeting like there's some sort of agenda, some sort of one-upsmanship, just simple good faith. Good faith will go a long way. I got to get out of here. Shout out to Tiff Chanel. Y'all go check her channel out, man. Tiff, put your Tiffany Chanel, put your channel in there. I want to say her show is called Fit with Tiff. She has something called, what is it? Money Makeover Monday Money Makeover or something like that. Money Makeover Monday. Go check her out. Go check her out. She's an up and coming content creator. Anybody who can handle a phone call with me and still smile, you got to give her a props. I don't expect to change her. She thinks what she thinks, and that's good. But it can be respectful. And Yazzie, that's what I'm trying to ultimately say, sis, is maybe it's not your intent, but sometimes some of the things you say don't come across as respectful. It seems like it's that contention. Maybe I misunderstood it. The internet has no room for context, so I could be wrong. But either way, let's get up out of here. Good night to everybody. That Swirl, wow, that was, whoo, wow, that was different. All right, well, you ain't doing nothing if you don't get pushback. So apparently we doing something right over here. All right, until the next time. How do you get on the show? You got to wait till the next time. Peace. We're gone. You wish I was your father? No, brother. I'm just a man. Flawed and fallible. Got all kind of jacked up ways. But we all do the best we can with what we got. Parent yourself. Be the father you never had. Pay it forward. There's Tiff's channel. Y'all go check it out. Join me on Patreon for videos you'll only see there Monday, 6:30 Eastern Standard Time. Good stuff. Join me on Instagram Live for videos you will see only there in the frat room every day. Once they're gone, they are gone. If you didn't want to get on the show, you had any questions, Feel free to go to kevinsamuels.com and book your session at mykevinsamuels.com. If you have any show ideas or anything like that, feel free to email me. Business only. Thanks, nephew. Appreciate all you CIA gentlemen holding down the fort, keeping it respectful. I'll check, Betty. If you don't have all your questions answered, the picture and everything else, that's probably holding up your membership. Lights down.
Cause I know what I'm getting into. Yes. Yeah.
Good night, folks.
Nothing can stop me. No. Cause I'm addicted to